You know that feeling when you binge an absolute banger of a series only for it to end, leaving you craving for more of that sweet OPMC goodness? Well, have no fear. Your pal Wheel of Enemy is here to hook you up with the tastiest completed manhwa buffet around. We're talking MCs so insanely overpowered they'll have you wondering if you even need to read the story. But of course you do, because witnessing that godly power from start to finish, that's the real main course right there.
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up.
Burnout Shock. Kicking off our list at number 10, we've got an intense manhwa called Burnout Shock. Here's the basic story. The whole world got messed up by this weird burnout shock thing that turned off all fire and energy sources. In the middle of this crazy situation, our main character, Rai's mom, gets killed by an evil mafia boss named Sakan. Now, Rai is all alone. To survive, Rai takes a special experimental pill that gives him awesome mutant superpowers. But the bad part is, these powers are slowly hurting his body and killing him from the inside. So Rai's goal becomes finding the Lady of Fire. She's the only one who can use her unique fire abilities to heal his deadly condition. But to find her, he has to journey to the extremely dangerous Top Zone area. And of course, Rai also wants to get revenge on that mean Sakan guy for killing his mom. I don't know about you, but that story premise has me really excited to see how overpowered Rai gets and what insane challenges he faces. Return Survival. Coming in at number 9 on our list, we've got a wild zombie apocalypse manhwa called Return Survival. The whole world ended in a zombie nightmare, but then our main character straight up died and went back in time 6 months before it all went down. Can you imagine getting that insane second chance? Now he's got to use every bit of his future knowledge and smarts to prepare for the inevitable undead chaos. And let me tell you, this dude does not mess around. We're talking about stocking up supplies, gathering up people he can trust, coming up with strategies. He leaves no stone unturned in his quest to survive. And the best part, our MC doesn't gain any crazy video game powers or special abilities when he time travels. He's just an ordinary guy using his wits and forward thinking to try to make it through the apocalypse alive this time around. With intense zombie action, time travel mind games, and an MC flexing those 200 IQ survival skills, Return Survival totally delivers an insanely thrilling apocalypse ride. Phantom Spirit King. Pulling in at number 8, we've got an action-packed martial arts manhwa called Phantom Spirit King. Imagine living in a world where some people are born with crazy powerful martial arts abilities, and others are completely normal. Our main character, Taeyeon, is one of the lucky few blessed with those mad skills. He enrolls at Mirim Police University, which is a special school training martial arts masters to fight for justice. But Taeyeon's got a huge secret mission. He's really there to uncover the truth behind his father's mysterious disappearance. Oh, and he's also got to watch his back from the evil Mirim faction who are after his family's ancient book of techniques. With pulse-pounding martial arts action, a gripping mystery around Taeyeon's missing dad, and the Ghost King wildcard thrown into the mix, Phantom Spirit King delivers an adrenaline-pumping thrill ride. The fight choreography is out of this world awesome. The First Hunter. Coming in at number 7, we've got an absolute monster smashing thrill ride called The First Hunter. Imagine waking up one day to find the world being attacked by vicious monsters out of nowhere. Sounds like a total nightmare, right? Well, that's exactly the kind of insane scenario our main character Taehoon Kim finds himself in. Now, here's the crazy part. Some people started developing special powers to fight back against these monster invaders. But Taehoon, he's on a whole other level thanks to his previous experience as an elite special forces soldier. This dude is an absolute beast when it comes to hunting down monsters, both human and non-human alike. With non-stop monster mayhem, a race against the clock storyline, and an overpowered military badass MC showing these beasts who's boss, The First Hunter delivers a wildly entertaining post-apocalyptic thrill ride from start to finish. Legend of Mir, Gold Armored Dragon. Coming in at number 6, we have a wildly unique manhwa called Legend of Mir, Gold Armored Dragon. So get this, there's this virtual reality martial arts game called New Legend of Mir. where players fight against epic boss monsters. One of the biggest, baddest bosses is the golden armored sword dragon, a gigantic scaly beast guarding the depths of the demon palace. Sounds intense, right? Well, in an insane twist, this dragon boss monster somehow becomes self-aware and wakes up inside the game world itself. He's now a rare, human form character simply known as Gyeom Ryong or Gold Dragon to his new companions. This manhwa blends martial arts action with innovative sci-fi elements in such a creative way. If you're looking for something fresh and imaginative, Legend of Mir is an awesome genre blender. Her Summon. Sliding into the number 5 spot, we've got a super creative isekai manhwa called Her Summon. Now, we've seen all those typical transported to another world stories where the hero gets crazy overpowered skills and teams up with an elf-babe companion, right? Well, this manhwa takes that formula and flips it on its head in the most refreshing way. The main character here is Jin Kyung, a guy who has totally shut himself away from the real world for 3 whole years, surrounding himself with nothing but his beloved 2D anime, until the day a tiny summoner from another dimension literally summons him for help. Jin Kyung isn't stuck in this new world permanently like most isekai heroes. Instead, he transitions back and forth between his crummy real life and this fantastical other realm whenever the pint-sized summoner needs him. How crazy is that premise? What really makes Her Summon so compelling is watching Jin Kyung's journey of self-improvement. Promised Orchid. Kicking off our top 4, we have an awesomely unique supernatural manhwa called Promised Orchid. Our main guy, Jason, has been haunted by the same bizarre dream every single night since he was a kid. In it, a mysterious red-haired woman tells him, "I'll wait for you." Heavy stuff, right? Well, it gets even crazier when Jason moves to the notoriously haunted Orchid Road to try and figure out what these dreams mean. On his very first night there, Jason nearly gets murdered by an angry demon. But thankfully, he's rescued by a beautiful woman named Sochun who just so happens to look exactly like the lady from his dreams. I mean, what are the odds? From there, Jason and Sochun team up on an insane mission, helping innocent demons while fighting against the sinister demon lord Gyeongwon's evil plans. Can you imagine willingly choosing to battle uber-powerful demonic forces? With mind-bending dream-world mysteries, non-stop supernatural action, and an overpowered duo taking on literal hell itself, Promised Orchid delivers a powerfully unique reading experience. The Breaker. Smashing its way to the number 3 spot, we've got one of the most legendary martial arts manhwa of all time, The Breaker. Now imagine this, you're Shiwon, just an ordinary kid getting relentlessly bullied at school to the point where you're literally contemplating taking your own life. Talk about hitting rock bottom, right? But in a last-ditch effort to turn things around, Shiwon stumbles upon Chen Wu, a mysterious and ridiculously powerful martial artist. Little does Shin-Woon know, convincing Chen Wu to take him on as a student is going to be one of the biggest challenges of his life. This dude doesn't just hand out his killer fighting skills to any kid off the street, but when Shin-Woon finally gets a peek inside the curtain at Shin-Woon's insane abilities, oh man, you know things are about to get crazy. The Boxer. The Boxer is all about whether you've got that unbreakable spirit, that heart of a true fighter that separates the contenders from the pretenders when the real battle begins. RMC Yu, who is literally boxing prodigy, a monster of talent who makes winning look effortless. Yet Yu seems so nonchalant about it, he's just so bored waiting for the punches to come at him. From the moment the grizzled boxing coach recruits Yu, you know you're in for one wildly thrilling and intense ride. The way Yu dismantles his opponents with surgical precision while appearing so detached from it all is straight up chillin'. With slick art that can render some downright creepy character designs, plus an engaging story that ramps up the high-octane action, The Boxer is a visceral, bone-crunching manga experience from start to finish. Solo Leveling. Number 1 spot goes to none other than the legendary Solo Leveling. Now let me lay the scene for you. We're following the story of Jin Woo-sung, a total E-class hunter who's essentially the weakest of the weak. This poor guy gets treated like a total joke by everyone around him. No skills, no money, no prospects, he's basically rock bottom. But then, Jinwoo and his party stumble upon a super hidden mysterious dungeon. From this down-on-his-luck hunter, it's his one-in-a-lifetime shot to finally turn everything around. Except the crazy opportunity Jinwoo finds ends up being one way more than he ever bargained for. From that fateful dungeon dive, Jinwoo kickstarts an insane transformation, rapidly evolving into an unstoppable. We're talking summoning legions of badass shadow soldiers and developing wildly overpowered abilities. And that's a wrap on our OPMC completed Manhwa feast, people. I know you're probably thinking, damn, we love anime, how am I supposed to move on from this legendary list? Don't worry, I got you. Just smash that like button to show some love and hit subscribe so you never miss out when I serve up more delectable Manhwa dishes. We're always cooking up some fresh new content for you guys. Until next time, see ya.